Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome back to Mr. Drink Salon, and I am. It's New Year's Eve. I'm running off of work, heading to deposit some checks. It's been an interesting day. Got off a little early today, which is kind of nice. I even grabbed myself a twisted tea before I get home. You know, I live in Texas, so you know, gotta keep, you know. So, this is not a Lap It Up, it's another D-Log, but it's a kind of a year in review. And what a year it's been. I just want to start off by saying thank you to my subscribers. Thank you for people who've just come in and checked me out and moved on. People who are just checking me out and moving on now. You know, I appreciate you. I really do. And I hope that you found something fun while you've been here. I hope that my really dry humor, my 80s nostalgia, my whatever I am, I hope you've enjoyed it. I really do. So let's just get to it. Beginning of the year didn't start off too good. I had lost a friend in November of last year. And it hit hard. I've known him since I was like, 17. That's like 1998, 99, something like that. No, 97 or 98. And I met him at a birthday party where I ended up meeting my first real girlfriend. You know, you have a couple of like the kiddie, junior high, whatever stuff, but my first real girlfriend I met at a party, and they were doing Truth or Dare. I wasn't playing because they came in late, and he got to kiss her first. I did much more than that. But yeah, not too much more. I mean, it was actually rather PG. Not PG-13. Why do I say PG? It was like PG-13. That night, anyway. But joking around. But like next thing you know, one day I come home. I'm home. And then I look and I see that, like, there he is. He's standing outside my door. Him and a friend of his had come over to visit my brother because he knew them. And he recognized me. I recognized him. And I was like, hey, And he found out that I played D&D. So him and his friend joined us. He and his friend became my best friends, and we've been together ever since. I mean, he moved off, tried to stay in the military, then lived in Austin for a while, but moved back. So pretty good. Can we get a checking deposit slip?
Yeah, checking deposit?
Yep. And that was doing pretty good. And he had an okay job for a bit, and then he got sick, and then he wasn't sleeping very well because of the schedule. And I can't be a threat. I should just park. Much easier that way. Anyway, well, his health was declining, and the doctors had said, like, hey, he needs to not work these particular hours. It's tough on him. And basically his work said, no, you're fired. And he was a bit he was really upset by that. That really hurt him and his wife, their 3 kids, her kids from previous marriage, but still his kids is the way he felt. But yeah, he got sick for a bit. Shortly after that, even worse, and they did some study, gave him some pills, and said, "Hey, here you go." And he was getting better from what I was informed. You know, he seemed good. He had gotten real skinny. He was always real skinny. But and then next thing I know, I'm at home playing a video game, and I get a phone call from his wife. And sometimes I don't answer the phone right away, especially if I'm in the middle of something. I'll call people back. But she called me like 3 times in a row. And I was like, okay, there's got to be something going on. And first thing I hear is, he's gone. Like, she's crying and she's saying, he's gone. And I'm like, what, did y'all have a fight or something? Because what do you mean he's gone? And she's like, he's gone. And it didn't hit at first. It was very difficult. And it basically there was calcification on his pancreas, which basically, I mean, it caused an issue. His whole system basically kind of shut down one by one in rapid succession, and yeah, so, and it hurt to bury him, which, I mean, it's not easy to bury anybody, but well, I don't know why this is so difficult to do. And it's not a different panel, right? It's very frustrating. I don't know why it was just hard to write. But anyway. And his family, they had always been kind of up and down relationship. In my opinion, they were not exactly the ideal parents. I don't want to say anything nasty, but I kind of always felt that deep down they really, really cared about him, and just how they treated his wife and the kids and everything afterwards, and how they treated him in other instances that made me upset. Yeah, no, I can't say that I approve anymore or want to have anything more to do with them. They're basically dead to me. Now his wife and her kids are good. They're fine. There was a lot of issues, but that we kind of dealt with. They had to move in with me for a little bit until they found their own place, and they did. They're happy. The daughter went off and moved to college and was doing really well, and yeah, they're all doing really good. Then COVID kicked in. You know, what's weird is that I had set up to go on a cruise this year. Well, this is this year in September, and I was really excited for it. And then COVID hit, and the closer it got to that time period, the closer it got to them saying, "Okay, well, cruises up to this date are canceled." Yeah.
$1 more on the overall deposit.
Yeah, I thought I calculated it right. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Oh.
I ended up with 103 and went down 102.
Okay, no, that does make sense. Yeah, okay, I know what I did. Sorry. Just didn't round up. Yeah, because one was 84 cents, one was 86 cents. So I didn't do the 16. it's an odd angle to write, you know. And but yeah, it's difficult to deal with that, all that going on, and then losing the cruise, which I got money back. I got my money back, but and financially I was doing okay throughout the
You
year.
have a great day.
You too. Happy New Year.
Yes, sir. You too.
All right. All right. End of that. It's been a fairly, I've gotten for Lap It Up, I have gotten up to like 530 over the year. Around summer, late, around close to my birthday, I think I kind of slowed down a bit. Not on purpose, but just kind of. I kind of went downhill for a little bit with my depression. I don't hate me, but with I don't have any negative thoughts about myself, but I was getting a lot of anxiety and depression just with my work because of what I had to do. I had to be upfront with everybody. I had to work with it. I had to go outside with everybody, talk to everybody, and the way we've got work going, people, a couple of our guys got COVID at some points, and we had tested. And there's a really laissez-faire attitude about the virus, and I have to deal with those people. And so far, we've had some really good run with it. We haven't had anything horrible come up. Just a few customers that have had some issues, a little frustration with the new process, and honestly, it's been frustrating. And it would make me, the anxiety level would get really high. There'd be mornings where I would literally feel sick to my stomach. I would feel like I was gonna throw up. Was not feeling good, and I would take some time off. I'd take the day off, and I probably took off more this last year than I've taken off in a long time. I went through my vacation days and sick days, being sick. I mean, I didn't take any days off for fun. And not that was a big deal, anyway. If I didn't have anything, we couldn't really do anything. So what am I going to do? But a couple other guys, a little bit similar thing, and it was frustrating my boss, but also just the work slowing down and having to remodel the work environment. Kind of got to everybody. And so we eased up my days a little bit, so I'm not working a full week. I'm working only 4 days a week, which is still fine. And financially, it's still really good. I'm not hurting for anything. Bills get paid. I started doing some stocks, stuff here and there, small stuff, $5, $20, that kind of thing. But just getting an idea how the system works, and just with a little extra money, see how it runs. And I've been playing more games, but not really anything major. Played Among Us, Hosted in the Sun. I've started playing a little Genshin Impact. I'm starting to notice, but also this year is the first year that I played Minecraft. I never really got into it until just recently, and it's become kind of like that thing you play in the background whenever you're waiting to do something, and I've already played it. I've already beat the game. I like the idea of playing with friends, and I've played some fun stuff. There's this one particular one that's called One Block, and everything else is like gone. There's like, you can fall to your death if you fall off a block, but every time you destroy the one block, you get something. Like dirt or rock or a plant, and you have an inventory, and if you get enough dirt, you can put dirt down next to that block and then make a small area a path or a square area where you can walk. Plant a tree. Tree grows, you destroy the tree, you get wood, you can build a house, you can make more ground just by repeating that. And the dirt area you can also use for growing plants if you get any plants by hitting the block. But also bad guys pop up that you have to fight sometimes in those blocks. And then you have to make storage for the stuff that you're getting that you've overflowed. It's tough. I like that one. That one was fun. I had a really good time with that one. And I still kind of want to get back into it. But yeah, it's... Oh, I don't know why I'm slowing down. I'm kind of being cautious, I guess. But it's frustrating to not be able to get into anything more. I played a little Pulsar Lost Colony with some friends. That was kind of fun. I kind of enjoyed it. I jumped back in 7 days for a little bit to see how it is. I think I might be burned out on 7 days, and that could be part of it. I might be a little burned out on 7 days. But that being said, there's also a bunch of other stuff that I could do as well. And right now, it's just been like the end of the year came up, like my birthday came up, turned 41. I still need to make that video about the last cruise. I just never get around to it. I mean, I bought the newer program doing videos, which I haven't done any videos in a long time. I want to get back into doing some After Effects lucid drawing. I've been promoted. I've done a little promotion for other people on this app. Q Food Reviews. Quentin Rose, he is amazing. Shane with the Conroe Connoisseur. He's been doing really good. We've been trying to do some kind of thing together for a bit now, where we were both going to do a drink, and I ended up finding one and doing one, and I've got it recorded and it's ready to go, but he can't find the drink, and I feel bad because like I was the other way around, like he'd have a drink and then I couldn't find it. So I mean, there's just and I've been doing TikTok, and I've got about 740 followers on there. That's kind of nice. I'm getting to the point where I'm getting like good. I get about 140 to 150 views. My likes are still low. I mean, I'm not that big on TikTok, but that's been fun. I haven't really played with Byte. I put some stuff on Byte, but nothing major. It just doesn't seem like I don't feel like it's catching on as much, but it's still growing. Still growing community. That's kind of fun. I'm on Twitter. I don't really do Instagram much, which I should get back into my Instagram. I came up with some neat ideas for a kids kind of short stories. It's more young adult, later, like I guess any ages from like 8 to 14, because there's some of the meaning in it is kind of high, but it struck me as just being like, it's called the Nameless Child, and as I was writing it, I've got like 3 chapters, three short stories, very short. They're only meant to be very, very short. Like maybe written word-wise, they come out to maybe like 2 pages, but there would be art with it. Like there's supposed to be storyboard art kind of books, and eat first. Sorry, I am trying to. There we go. And yeah, it's that's been kind trying to do. But it's seeming to me like it's turning into, like, when I look at it, I go, well, an influence that I'm seeing, I didn't recognize until later, was that I was seeing that this, not just the story, but kind of how it looks in a way, reminds me a little bit of Little Prince. Main character is blonde haired. There's a girl in a bubble versus the Rose. Now he doesn't catch a shooting star and come to Earth and stuff. I mean, but it's kind of that quiet. Very little gets said, but a lot gets done. But there's no major action. It's simplistic. I do have to admit that I have taken a few. I've kind of, certain characters have come from people that I know. But it's one of the things, one of the ideas that I wanted to put in the book came from, at least the first time I had heard it, came from a very dear friend of mine, or at least I think she's very sweet, very talented actress. She can sing. She's a writer, she does poetry. She is an actress. A thespian, Lexi Wolf, if any of you ever check her out. Andrew Slade and Lexi Wolf, Slade Wolf Productions. They do some really good stuff. She is amazing. But I've also, I finished a short story this year. Actually, I finished up 2 short stories. No, just the one. Yeah. And I have 2 stories on Inkit. If anybody wants to check that out, it's you check for Sir Drinks a Lot or Okami Kyodai. You might also check just my name, Joshua Fisher, Fisher. So there you go. If none of y'all knew my last name, but that's like, go and check those out and see if you or look for Moonfall or A Place for Us, the Rido Project. They're both in the same vein, the same universe. They just take place in different time periods. They are in direct relation to my sci-fi novel, Fugue State, which I haven't published yet. Don't watch other people, because they're scary. Okay. So yeah, check it out if you get a chance. I've been thinking about doing a Wattpad instead, or maybe putting some of my other stuff on Wattpad. That's basically been it. I did have some kind of health-related issues. I fell at work, and then I fell at home. At work, I fell on which I think I might even talk to y'all about. But I noticed that, like, it took a while for me to get 100% back to being good. My knee would hurt. It was like an ache when the cold, would come. And then when I went to the Renaissance Festival this year with my cruise buddies, and my leg would hurt. So what I would do is I'd adjust how I walk a little bit, and like walk on different sides, try not to put a lot of weight on that leg. That would end up hurting my back while I'm trying to walk around. It was very crowded. I had to wear the mask most of the time, unless I was away from people or whatever. And that was a little difficult because I'm breathing heavy because my lower back was just killing me. And I actually had to stop a couple times. Now, I was with a group that liked to do a lot of walking, so they're walking the fat man. But jokes aside, I had a really good time. I got the shot glass for this year, which was kind of important to me. I wanted to get this year's commemorative shot glass from the Renaissance Festival, and I got to hang out with my friend, my late friend's wife. We still hang out. We still talk. We watch The Mandalorian together. We've watched movies. We just kind of support each other. She's even tried hooking me up with coworkers / people that she knows, which has been interesting considering that I've basically decided that I'm going to be a hermit. I just don't think I'm emotionally available to the point where I am not afraid of getting hurt again. And my idea is just, while I say I'm a hermit, if I meet somebody and things work out, that's great. And that's great. But like right now, I see dudes sending dick pics and just calling girl out of the blue and saying, "Hey, you wanna do something?" You know. And after not seeing them for years, you know, "Hey, I'm moving back in town." What the fuck? I'm just like, have some fucking class. And it's not like I got any game. And I'm not necessarily looking for it because I have, after the divorce, I am basically just emotionally just scared of getting hurt again, or possibly causing somebody else to feel like they're not loved enough, or if I'm not good enough to give them what they need, so they got to find it somewhere else. That kind of thing. It's like just not knowing for sure, and that's frustrating to know that. To not know if you're not going to be enough for somebody that you thought you were enough for. You know? And how they're going to treat it. Are they going to break up with you and make it very simple? Or are they going to cheat on you and then that ruins the relationship? Once a cheater, always a cheater. Remember that. Spend some time hanging out with online, chatting back and forth with a few people. Eve Morgan and Castle, the real Slim Jesus from the Black Dragon Clan, Punk TV, I think. They got Twitch channels. I still give a shout out to AC, Activating Tiger, and that's his thing, and then KBPB. KB, I haven't talked to him in a while. Miss talking to him. I really need to pop in next time I see him on chat. Really great guy. There's a lot of people that have been a part of my life this last year that have been very supportive and careful. And of course, there's my mother and my brother, and of course, all the animals. You know, Yan, Izzy, Lucy, and I've got my friends the Condits that did the Among Us characters for me. My friend and my late friend's ex-wife. We played Among Us until we had little figurines made because a friend of mine had a 3D printer. And, and the kiddos, and it's just T-Rex, Ender, and Merida, and then my stepson Phoenix, who, while, you know, after the divorce, like the Condits still consider me family, even though that's my ex's ex-husband and his family. I'm Uncle Josh, and I will always be an Uncle Josh. You know, and if something bad happens to them, I support them. If something bad happens to me, they'll support me. And I learned who really cared about me the last several years. And my late friend and his wife checked up on me, made sure that I was doing okay, made sure that I was eating, made sure that I was hanging out with people, trying to express myself instead of just sitting around the house eating hard-boiled eggs and playing video games. You know, yeah, it stunk. But yeah, and this year's finally gotten to that point where my friend's tombstone finally came in. They had asked me to write the poem to put on the back, and I didn't use it, the poem that I made, which is fine. It's fine. I think the poem that they put on the back wasn't something that my friend would have been a part of, but really it's not him. It's a representation of where he is laid to rest. And it's more for people who come and see it, and that would be his family. Leave a Dr. Pepper out there for him, because that's what he loved to drink. And his loss has hurt so much over this last year. Not just to his I mean, and just his wife. I say ex, sorry. But to me and all of us that were together in our group, it's very painful for that. But end of the year, financially doing really well. I'm trying to do a little bit more, write a little bit more, draw a little bit more. Izzy is going under the knife next week to get fixed because he's being a little douchebag to Lucy, dominating a lot, which is very difficult to deal with. And but yeah, it's been good. It's been a good year of growth. I've got most of a cruise for this next year paid off. Hopefully, it'll happen during the summer. It'll be a little bit longer cruise than the last one. Hopefully, I will have done my video for my previous one by then. We'll have to see how that goes. And of course, Lap It Up will continue. It might be a little bit slower, depending on what I get. I just hope you all are doing well. I hope that you are getting through. Michelle, you guys you're awesome. I really appreciate what you've done. Just getting to know, just saying something, getting in the comments, and just pointing out, man, I love chatting with you. Just responding to comments, kind of going back over you. I really appreciate you being a part of the subscription. I mean, part of the family, And I've had a few more people come through that are starting to become kind of regulars. I talk so much, my throat is all funky. But anyway, yeah. I hope all of you are doing well. I hope that you will continue to do well in the new year. I hope we can all have our good days and bad days. And as always, I am Sir Drinkslot, and I'm wishing you health, wealth, and love with enough time and gusto to enjoy it all down to the last drop. You know where to find me. Happy New Year.